I got this football for my birthday when I was in third grade from two friends, Bryn and Camille. Uh, that was 7 years ago. So, this gift, if you're watching, it's made the YouTube and the IGTV. It's made it. What's pretty cool is for the about a past 2 hours, I've set up my camera, I've clicked record, and I've sat in this chair trying to think about something to talk about, and I just couldn't find. However, I felt like I was called by God to come sit down in this chair and make a video. What's the real catch is that yesterday, me and one of my best friends, Logan, had a Bible study, and we were studying patience. And it's just pretty cool that 2 hours later, I finally know what to talk about. Today I wanted to talk about your dreams and where you want to go in life. I think everyone struggles with this because a lot of people shut down people's dreams. A lot of older people, when they ask you, what's your plan? What do you want to do when you grow up? What are you going to go to college for? What are you going to study? And me, I never know what to say because I feel every time I have said exactly what I want to do, it almost feels like they're not pleased with it. They have to find something wrong with it. They have to find something wrong with my plan, or they just they shut it down. So I wanted to talk about that today. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you my plan. My plan, I'm a junior in high school, and people tell me, well, what college are you going to? Well, I'm actually not planning on going to college, and the only reason I would go to college is if I get a scholarship. Because here's the thing, is that if I graduate high school, my plan is to work for my dad. By the time everyone is out of college, they're $50,000+ in debt, and I am not in debt. I don't have any student loans, and hopefully by then I'll be able to afford my first house. However, I wouldn't move into that house. I would rent it out for more than my mortgage so that the people that are living there are paying my mortgage and giving me a positive cash flow, so it's a little bit of extra cash. Hopefully after about 4 or 5 years of working for my dad, I'd be able to support myself with anything related to this right now. Videos, photos, whatever it may be. That is my plan. However, people say, well, what's your backup plan if you don't make it on YouTube? Well, I think backup plans are stupid because backup plans make the person think that it's okay to fall back on it if they don't succeed in their real goal. When people get to 74% towards their goal or 59% towards their goal, they fall back on their backup plan. Whereas if they didn't have a backup plan, so they didn't have anywhere to go and they kept pushing forward, they could have made their goal, I think. So I'm not creating a backup plan because backup plans I think they're an excuse to say that, that didn't work out, so I just fell back on this. I think it's an excuse. I think if I do need a backup plan one day, I'll create one there. So here's the problem I have with college. Before I get into that problem though, there's tons of professions. I totally understand that there are tons of professions that you need to have a college degree for. You don't want someone operating on your brain that just has a high school diploma. There's tons of things you learn in college, I think, when it comes to educational wise, like math and whatever it may be. However, college teaches you how to work for someone else, and typically people that go to college don't end up necessarily wealthy unless they're going into a profession that is correlated with wealth. If you want to learn money, you got to go where money is, and typically money is not found in a college professor teaching math. Just my opinion. I could be proven wrong, whatever. Typically people find wealth in investing, owning businesses, real estate, maybe the stock market as well, things like that you don't typically learn in school. You don't typically learn about how much money the real estate industry makes. You don't learn about how owning a business is so beneficial. There's tons of things that you don't learn in college. But here's the thing is, the main reason I'm not going to college is because there's just no reason for me to go. My whole kind of career depends on how creative I am and my work ethic, not on what kind of math I know. So that's why I won't go to college. However, that's besides the point. What I wanted to talk to you about today is Everyone has had big dreams. Everyone. I mean, everyone that has ever lived has been like, okay, that's really what I wish I could do. That's really what I want to do. But when they tell people that, they're like, well, how are you going to get there? Well, how are you going to fall back? Well, what if you don't make it? Well, you're going the wrong path. Well, you won't make it. There's 1 in a million will make that. Unfortunately, we don't live in a society today that lifts people up and says, I'll support you with that. I'll help you get there. You will get there. You just got to work for it. We live in a society where people shut people down and say, well, this is what's wrong with that, because it makes them feel like they have everything figured out over you, and you don't. However, they're really the ones who have nothing figured out, because that's where they're in the position of. They couldn't make it, so now you can't make it. So if you have big dreams, like my dream is, my biggest dream that I don't tell people, which is really what I want to do, is be what's called a YouTuber. I want to have a big YouTube audience that I can connect with, and that hopefully I can change their lives in some positive way. Those are my dreams. Lots of people dream big, but people shut them down. I know people in elementary school that said, I want to be a soccer player, but by high school came around, they don't even play soccer anymore. And that could be 2 reasons. That could be they just figured out that that's not really what they want to do, or it could be that people kept telling them that they weren't good enough, and then they started to believe it. So if there's one thing that I want you guys to take away, it's that you should never give up, one, but also just we need to start supporting each other more in our dreams. It means a lot to people, whether it's big or small, but any kind of support really means a lot to people. That being said, I would love your guys' support. You don't have to support me. It's all your choice. It's all up to you. But your support does mean a lot. And to think of like subscribers on YouTube or likes on Instagram, that's support. That's all I have to say. I just had to say that I really hope that our society goes in the direction where we lift each other up, instead of pulling each other down, because that would really go a lot further than half the things we're trying to do today. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Whether you're watching in the morning, day, night, whatever it may be, I hope you have a good rest of your day. If you liked my content, if you liked videos like this, let me know. And come back for more, because more will be uploaded. Yeah, that was a good talk session. Woo, baby, woo! By the way, how do you guys like my setup in here, dude? It took me about a week to basically get everything out of my room and then to set everything up. I got rid of a lot of stuff and I just basically completely redid my room. I really like how it looks. I think it looks excellent. The lighting is good. The background is good. The colors I like. It's